Davis, telephone please. Dr. Davis, telephone please. Dr. Blair, Dr. Blair, Dr. J. Hamilton, Dr. J. Hamilton.
Hi Big Global family, how are we doing this week? I hope this lockdown is getting better in your area because many countries are losing hope with the lockdown already. So I'm still waiting in my area for the lockdown to be losing up a little bit. So welcome to another episode of Big Global Medical Talk with your home girl, Dr. Willie. So welcome to Big Global Family Medical Talk. So as we know, what do we do in Big Global Family? We impact and profit follows. We impact in godly way, we impact in business way, we impact with trending news, and we impact in medical way. So welcome. Last week we talked about fact versus myth about COVID-19, right? So this week we're going to talk about medications that are being used for the treatment of COVID-19 patients. Medications that are being used to treat COVID-19 patients. We all know that there is no vaccine for this COVID-19 and there is no cure for now. There's no specific medication for this COVID-19. We are still hoping for the best from our scientists and doctors to come out with reliable vaccine for this COVID-19. First medication that are being used for treatment of COVID-19 patients is what we call antiviral medication. Antiviral doesn't really kill the virus, but it reduces the production of the virus so that the person infected will be able to fight off the virus that actually infected the person, so that there will be no production of more virus to cause the person severe symptoms. There are many antivirals that are being tested that are in clinical trials for now for the treatment of COVID-19. One of them is actually called remdesivir. It's an antiviral medication that has been in market for a while. It was developed for Ebola during the Ebola outbreak, but it didn't really work well with Ebola. So now it's diverted to COVID-19. Maybe it's going to work with COVID-19. So it's still in clinical trial for now to know what it can actually do to help COVID-19 patients. Some hospitals actually have the authorization from FDA. What do I mean by FDA? Food and Drug Administration of the country. They are to actually administer the drug to their patient. So for you to administer it, you need authorization from FDA. And it's an IV medication, so it cannot be given to patient to take home. It can only be given in hospital setting. This drug is being given to patients between 5 to 10 days IV line. There are a lot of controversies about remdesivir in different countries. In China, there's a research that came up saying that there's no difference, there is no benefit concerning remdesivir in China. But there's another research in US that said there's a benefit to remdesivir in US, that it shortens the recovery time of the patient. What do I mean by recovering time of the patient? Is the time that the patient is going to have the virus. So if the patient is given remdesivir as part of the medications to treat COVID-19 for the patient will recover within 11 days. But patient without remdesivir in the treatment can only recover maybe 15 days or more. Second medication that are being used to treat COVID-19 patient is what we call monoclonal antibodies. Monoclonal antibody is actually an engineered antibody. What do I mean by engineered antibody? Is the antibody that is being produced in the laboratory. It's an antibody that has been used many times to treat cancer and to treat autoimmune disorders like rheumatoid arthritis. So scientists and doctors are trying to do some clinical trial on it. Maybe it's going to work for COVID-19 patients. Example of monoclonal antibody that's been in clinical trial right now is what we call tocilizumab and another one is sarilumab, which have been in trial for a while to see maybe it's going to benefit COVID-19 patients. Another medication is what we call chloroquine or hydroxychloroquine. So hydroxychloroquine is an anti-malaria medication that has been in market for a while, used for malaria and for lupus. This medication have had a lot of controversies and have been on clinical trial for a while. Some countries are seeing benefits, some countries are not seeing benefits with the use of hydroxychloroquine. But recently, India insists that they are going to add this to their patient treatment, no matter what its organization actually said. Another medication is blood plasma therapy. So what do we mean by blood plasma therapy? We all know blood to be red, but we doctors know that blood is made up of 3 components, which is red blood cell, white blood cell, and plasma. So the plasma, which is the third component of blood, is the one I'm talking about. Contains antibodies, contains platelets. So that is the one that doctors and scientists are going to extract to see maybe it's going to benefit COVID-19 patients. Reason they're trying to extract the antibodies from the plasma is because any patient that actually recover from virus infection has antibodies against that virus, which will help them fight the virus if they have to be infected any other time. So they're trying to extract it from the blood of anyone that recovered from COVID-19 to use that to treat anyone that has COVID-19, so that the antibodies from the blood of the person that recovered from COVID-19 may help the person that just have COVID-19 right now to fight off the COVID-19 from the blood with the antibodies gotten from the person that has recovered. I hope we got this explanation about this antibody, the plasma therapy. So another medication that our doctors are using is the mechanical ventilation. When our patients are being treated or they come out with severe symptoms of COVID-19, we resort into mechanical ventilation. There are different ways in which doctors can give patients oxygen by mechanical ventilation. First is using what we call cannula. It's when you see 2 tubes going into the patient's nose like this, with 1 tube going out like that. So that is the cannula, what we call cannula. Another way of giving our patient oxygen is what we call mask, oxygen mask. It's going to be like this on the patient's face. Another way to give our patient oxygen is intubation. It's what most of us see recently when it comes to COVID-19, like we say intubating the patient, is going into the airways of the patient directly. So another way, if we feel like the airways are actually blocked, we will go for tracheostomy. It's like making a hole in the throat of the patient to get access to their trachea. I hope we get all the medications that our doctors are using to tackle this COVID-19, this unseen war. So we talked about antiviral. Example of it is remdesivir. Another medication we talked about was blood plasma therapy. Another one we talked about is monoclonal antibodies. Then we talked about hydroxychloroquine. And when we talk about the mechanical ventilation, so we know that many countries are trying to loosen up with the lockdown, but that doesn't mean COVID-19 is not much around. COVID-19 is still much around, it's still in the society. It's just that we have to get to live with it. We just have to know that it's here to stay for a while, because we don't have vaccine or a cure for it. But that doesn't mean it's not existing in our society. So what do we have to do? Going out on our daily activities, we have to be careful. One thing we need to do is to increase our immune system, so that even if we get the COVID-19, our immune system will be strong enough to fight off the COVID-19. So what are the things we can do to help ourselves to increase our immune system? One is for us to sleep well. Get enough sleep, at least 6 hours a day. The second thing we can do is to eat healthy. Eat healthy diet. Eat a lot of fruits, eat a lot of vegetable. Another thing we can do is to exercise. Exercise, at least walk around your neighborhood, sweat a little bit so that you will be fit. Another thing to do is to minimize stress. We all know that stress stress actually produces a lot of oxidants, unneeded toxics in our body. So we need to reduce stress so that we don't have the oxidant in our body. No smoking this time and no alcohol drinks, but if you feel like you need to take alcohol, let it be in moderation. So another thing you need to do is to take multivitamins every day. Every day take your multivitamins, and make sure that the multivitamins you're going to take is going to be high in vitamin C, vitamin B6 and vitamin E. So another thing is for you to go under the sun once a day to take vitamin D, at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes every day between 9 a.m. to 12 in the afternoon. Go under the sun for 15 to 30 minutes just to take a little bit of vitamin D. So another thing we need to do is to take precautionary measures, to prevent ourselves from having this COVID-19. Our precautionary measures: washing your hands, sanitize your environment, disinfect your environment, use your face mask, do the physical distancing, and we will be fine. We have to go out to fetch for ourselves and our family, right? But at the same time, we need to keep ourselves safe and everyone around us safe, including our family. So thank you so much, Big Global family, for being our rock, for being there for us. If you're not part of this Big Global family yet, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like our videos, like our Facebook page, like us on every social media, Twitter, Instagram, and please share this video, share our videos with your friends and family. Subscribe, and when you subscribe, when you click on the subscribe button, you will see the bell, a bell beside the subscribe button. Click on the bell so that you'll be notified anytime we post any video. Thank you so much, Big Global family. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please keep safe, and I will see you next week.